Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, so the generative AI gold rush is definitely on, right? New apps are popping up every single day. But let's be real, a lot of them are, well, more frustrating than futuristic. So what's the secret sauce? What makes a good AI? Well, today we're going to unpack some amazing research that found the 4 secrets to designing an AI you'll actually love to use. And really, that's the big question, isn't it? It's not just about having the most powerful model under the hood. It's all about the experience. So, a user experience team over at Google, a UX team, they decided to try and crack this exact problem. They went on a hunt for those hidden design patterns that make the difference between a great AI and all the others. So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll take a quick look at the AI experience puzzle itself. Then, we'll jump right into the 4 big principles they found. We've got embracing variability, building user trust, giving users control, and finally, improving with feedback. Let's get into it. Right. So think about it. It really is like the wild west of AI design out there. So how do you find real answers in all that chaos? Well, not with guesswork, that's for sure. This team, they launched a proper, structured investigation to see how real people, you and me, actually felt about using this crazy new technology. And their process was actually pretty simple, but really powerful. Step 1, they held an internal design challenge just to get a bunch of ideas flowing. Step 2, they took those ideas and built them into actual chatbot prototypes. And then step 3, and this is the most important part, they put those prototypes in front of real users to get their feedback. And you know, that hands-on testing, that's what makes these findings so solid. Okay, let's dive into the first huge insight they uncovered. This one is all about one of generative AI's most unique and sometimes weird traits. It's creativity. It turns out the best apps don't try to hide this or fight it. No, they lean right into it. So that trait has a name, generative variability. And it's a simple idea, really. If you ask a calculator what 2 plus 2 is, you get one answer every time. But with AI, you can ask it the same question twice and get 2 totally different but still perfectly valid answers. The trick isn't to stop that from happening. The real secret is to design a system that helps you, the user, navigate all those possibilities. So how do you actually do that? Well, the solutions they found are surprisingly simple. For starters, users absolutely loved a simple Generate Again button. Just roll the dice again. But what was even better was giving them a way to guide the AI. Things like, hey, regenerate that trip, but this time sort it by price, or show me the most popular options. And just like that, variability isn't random anymore. It becomes this powerful tool for refinement. But, and this is a really important but, context is everything. The research showed that just randomly popping up a Generate Image button out of nowhere, that was super confusing for people. They only wanted to see that button after they actually said something about wanting an image. It proves the tool has to show up right when you need it, not a moment before. So think about it. If an AI can give you a bunch of different answers, that naturally leads to a huge question. Which one do I actually trust? And that brings us perfectly to our second principle. You have to build user trust. I love this analogy. If variability is the engine, trust is the steering wheel. And without it, you're going nowhere fast. I mean, we've all been here, right? An AI gives you what seems like the perfect hotel recommendation. It even gives you a price. But that little voice in the back of your head starts whispering, can I really believe that? Is that price even real? And the solution is it's so simple, it's brilliant. Cite your sources. The study found that people felt this massive sense of relief and trust the second they saw a link. It didn't matter if it was a link to a hotel website to check the price or links to the articles it used for a summary. That simple act of transparency, that was the ultimate trust builder. Full stop. Okay, so this all leads perfectly into our third principle, which is all about putting you, the user, firmly in the driver's seat. The best AI experiences, they aren't just a passive ride where you hope for the best. No, they give you control. Not just over your first question, but over the final answer too. And a huge part of that control starts right at the beginning with the prompt. Instead of making you guess what to type, a great AI actually helps you out. It'll offer these little prompt chips, these suggestions, that turn a vague idea like plan a trip into something way more specific and powerful. And what's so cool about this is it doesn't just get you a better result in that moment. It's actually teaching you how to be a better AI user over time. And look, control doesn't just stop at the prompt. The best systems take it further. They let you choose between different responses the AI gives you. They let you directly edit the text or even the image it generated. They give you simple drop-downs to tweak things. It's a whole philosophy, really. It changes the AI from being this mysterious black box into more of a creative partner. It's like the AI is saying, hey, here's a first draft. Now let's you and I make it perfect together. All right, on to our fourth and final principle. This is a big one. The best AI, it doesn't just perform a task and stop. It learns. It creates this awesome virtuous cycle by making it super, super easy for you to give feedback. And that feedback, in turn, makes the AI smarter for absolutely everyone. And what the research showed is that how you ask for that feedback is absolutely critical. For example, when the little feedback buttons were placed way down the page, far away from the AI's answer, users got confused. They literally thought the conversation was over. So what was the winning design? So simple. Just place a thumbs up and a thumbs down right next to the response. It feels natural, it feels helpful, it's totally in the moment. But wait, there's one more layer to this. The really, really good systems, they go one step deeper. It's not just about a thumbs up or a thumbs down. They ask why. They ask for the reason. And understanding the why behind your rating, that's priceless insight for the developers. That's what helps them make the AI genuinely smarter, not just guess. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. We've talked about variability, trust, control, and feedback. When you put it all together, what's the big picture here? Well, it really boils down to two incredibly powerful connected ideas: transparency and control. You could almost think of them as the twin pillars holding up any great AI experience. You know, in the end, it really all comes back to that idea of trust. The Google team found that users, we want to peek under the hood, not because we want to become AI engineers, but just because we want to know if we can trust what it's telling us. And how do you earn that trust? It's through transparency, by showing your work, and through control, by handing the user the keys. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about for the future. You see, these principles, they're an amazing blueprint for building a better AI tool. But as AI evolves into more of a creative partner, what's the right balance? How much do we want to control it, and how much should it guide us? How much do we want to stay in that driver's seat, and when are we happy to just be surprised by the journey? That's really the big question that I think we're all going to be answering together.